Good morning, everybody. It is a great day to sell insurance, and I am your host, the voice of the female agent, Melissa D. Hall. You all, welcome. And today is a very special episode indeed, because it is the graduation of our Medicare Masters. That's right, you all. We were supposed to do this last week, Tuesday. But everything was running a little bit crazy last week, especially like wrapping up with AEP. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna do it Thursday," but I wanted to send these ladies a gift that wouldn't be there. Still ain't there. Okay, so then we went ahead. I was like, "Y'all, look, let's do it today." Let's do it today in front of everybody, getting your flowers. And guess what? We're going to do it today. So, listen, I want to make sure, first of all, shout out to everyone in the Facebook groups there. We love you, Insurance Exam Queen. Hold on, shout out to my YouTube channel. Hey there, YouTube. We love you as well. Hold on one second. Just making sure I got all the comments here. So let's see here. Yeah, look, you hear the echo, y'all. This is technology. So anyway, before we get started, y'all, I wanted to share, first of all, OEP is coming up. Let's talk about that. Okay. How are you all feeling about OEP? Are you all excited? I know I am excited about the open enrollment period. For those of you all who are out there who do not know about the open enrollment period in Medicare, well, basically, it lasts from January 1st, okay, to March 30th. It's 90 days full of fun. During that time, you can change a lot of people who already have a Medicare Advantage plan. And let's say they have a Medicare Advantage plan, they decide, you know what, I really don't want this Medicare Advantage plan, or I heard about another plan that I want to do. Well, guess what? You can change them during OEP. Okay. Look, somebody that agent off the TV that advertised those free cards, right? Those free grocery cards. And then your client, they find out, oh my gosh, that free grocery card, it doesn't apply to me, or I never got it, right? It happens, right? So that's now your time to check in with Mr. Jones. Like, hey, listen, are you ready for a change? You switch whatever like that. It's now that time for that customer to come on back to you, right? Or let's say you just find a new customer. Let me just say this with OEP, okay? And let me see. I'm gonna just bring it up for you all right now, okay? On the people who can change, okay, during OEP, because I think that is important, okay? So, also for OEP, the people that can change. ah, let's see who can change during OEP, because I want to make sure that I give you all the textbook answer. You know what I mean? Like very clear. Okay. So first of all, people can switch from one Medicare Advantage plan to another Medicare Advantage plan with or without a prescription drug plan. So also those people who are veterans, they can switch during OEP as well. So listen, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring up the first graduate. Her name is Deborah Shields, right? But before I do, I want to share a poem with you all by Brian Tracy called Don't Quit. Because I think this is very indicative to the struggle that these ladies have went through. Again, letting you all know with the whole Medicare Masters program, these ladies spent 10 days, okay, 6:45 a.m. conference call. Then again, they had a 7 o'clock Zoom call at night that they had to be present for, where we actually went in and did work. And on top of that, the reason why this class is so special is because they did, let me tell you something, a full week. They were pledging a sorority or something like that. I guess they would call that their hell week, quote unquote. But I like to think of it more as heaven week, because during that week, you all, We had a full presentation at a local restaurant. We did 2 lunches, 2 dinners, 4 presentations. Okay. This is their first time doing anything like that. 12 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, really not finishing to 10 o'clock at night, then showing up the next morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Some of these ladies had over an hour and a half drive. Okay, to this, doing this every day for a week on top of their 10 days. All right. On top of their 10 days. Listen, they have clients now. They've made money now. But I mean, they have really earned their flowers. They have really earned their stripes. And so I think it speaks indicative to the poem Don't Quit by Brian Tracy, because these ladies, they do not quit. So let me read that. And then our first graduate, Deborah Shields, she's going to go ahead and come up. All right. And then after that, we have Miss Jessica Armetta. And then from there, we have Pastor Minister Troy Hope, who's going to leave us with a few encouraging words. And I can't forget my friend and also a business mentor as well. And we're going to get to know him in a second. All right. So, Don't Quit by Brian Tracy. Uh, well, listen, can't find it. Sorry about that, Brian Tracy. We'll come back to it. Let's move on. So, anyway, let me go ahead and bring on our first graduate, Miss Deborah Shields. All right. Look at her. She's smiling backstage, y'all. Hey, Deborah. How are
Good
you?
morning. I am wonderful. How are you?
I am fantastic. Deborah, today is your day.
Yes, it is. Whoop,
How,
whoop.
woo, 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 woo. How do you feel, Deborah? Listen, you're finally graduating. You have totally, I mean, tell people like your story, okay? Because I can talk about you all day long, but tell people your story, just a little bit about who you are, how you got interested in Medicare. Um, just go ahead. How we got together.
Okay. So as she said, my name is Deborah, and I got interested in Medicare this time because this is my second time around.
Okay.
Um, because I know Melissa's cousin.
Okay.
Uh, I I worked with her cousin in property management back in
Mhm.
2014. And I happened to go to a housewarming party this year, and I'm currently not working. And I happened to tell her cousin's name is Indira. I told Indira about that, and she said, "Girl, I got a cousin that's selling insurance. She said you can make $50,000 in the next couple of years."
Oh my gosh.
It was 30 or 50. I might be misquoting her, but she gave
It's
that.
like $56,000 you can make during AP for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was all nonchalant. I'm like, okay, I ain't say nothing. But when I got home, I texted her. I'm like, hey, put me in touch with your cousin.
Yes, yes, yes. And it literally went like that, right?
Yeah, it did. It did. So she said, okay. She sent me the information, and I followed up, and shortly thereafter you followed back up with me, and the rest is history. And it's like I've been following the program.
Yes,
Yeah, it's been a
yes.
little bit challenging, but look, I made it.
You did. Yes, you did make it, Deborah. Yes, you did make it. So tell me about this. So I know you said you tried it before and it just did not work out for you.
Yeah.
What do you think was different this time around?
The education and the training, the working one-on-one. So um previously I was actually selling Aflac and life insurance at the time, and my upline knew somebody in Ohio. And it was very new. Like doctors ain't know how to bill. They say we don't accept that. Um,
Hmm.
I think it was the Coventry Adventure Freedom was the only program that we were selling at the time, and we
Yes.
literally got 1 day training, a couple of hours. That was it.
Yeah, because that's really all they knew at the time as well.
Right. So it was pretty challenging, and so of course, we got in a little bit of trouble. And so we all wind up leaving, just going our separate ways and stuff like that. So Didn't work out, needless to say.
And that happens, but guess what? You
Mhm.
didn't give up, right? And so
No, no.
yes, and so here you are again, right? Pushing through.
Here I am again. Here I am again.
So, you really spoke to like the learning curve of this whole thing, right?
Yes.
And uh, let me ask you, what was kind of like your aha moment where you felt some type of success during this whole process with Medicare Masters?
I guess just knowing the certifications for
Yes.
a hip.
Yes.
And so that to me says that Medicare wants to know that you understand the program. And then
Mm.
every insurance company has their own certification.
Mm.
So it's like confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. Like, this is what you got to do. And so, and I appreciate that. And so, and then it's publicly known, it's advertised, it's like you see it, you hear it, and so it's reinforced into people's mind, like you have these options available to you. So it seemed like it's a lot easier now than it was,
Back
I
in the
guess
day.
that
No,
was
let me tell you.
2007, 2006. Yep.
Yes. And let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you too, with Medicare, it has changed a lot because again, I got started back in Medicare in around 2012, and it was
Mm-hmm.
a hot mess then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the Medicare Advantage system. I was reading some statistics the other day, and they were saying in 2017, 35% of people had a Medicare Advantage plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now in 2023, 51% of Medicare eligibles have a Medicare Advantage plan.
Wow.
51%. Yes.
Yeah.
So that just shows like this people are taking it now. It is the standard, it's the norm. Not everybody can afford a Medicare supplement. Deborah, I just want to say this to you, right? And
Mhm.
also, do you mind? I'm sorry if I shared, you are 65. You are
That's true.
65,
That's true.
which
Yes.
is, I think this is so beautiful because it really speaks to and also deaf marketing. They do a lot of marketing for insurance and Medicare. They study it. This is what they do. They said most people would like to do business with a person who is their age, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you all get it. You all
Mhm.
get it.
Mhm. Right.
And I think that speaks to it's never too late. It's
Right.
never too late.
Nope.
One thing about you, Deborah, you have definitely shown up. Okay. You have definitely shown up,
Mhm.
this whole time. Okay. It reminds me of the story of Queen Esther. Because
Mhm.
guess what? She became queen by showing up.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
Deborah, you have shown up, and what I love about your story is that you had to kind of wait for a while because you showed up when I was finishing out my first class.
Yes.
Okay. And so it was like, even your certificate today, we had printed it with the first class, but you weren't quite ready yet because you needed to start from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yes.
And you hung in there,
Mhm.
gave
Mhm.
you some time to really get those certifications done before you started. You really
Mhm.
dived into the knowledge. And even in Maryland, I was so impressed with you, Deborah, because it's different from doing things role playing on the over the phone
Right.
and online and even talking to people, but in person, Deborah, I
Mhm.
mean, you just really stepped up. I
Mhm.
mean, you really stepped up. You
Mhm.
handled those people. You built rapport. You handled the crowd. You got you some clients. Okay. And you
Mhm.
did
Mhm.
that in a matter of 2 days.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to also tell people too, because Deborah's a little laid back. Okay. She's a little laid back. And one thing about laid back people is like you
Mhm.
all could kind of struggle a little bit, like letting people know, hey, I'm here, I got it. Or you know what I'm saying? And Deborah, I'm telling you, like, listen, laid back or not, you can do this. You can step it up, whatever, just like step it up and go back into your shell.
Yeah.
So you can do all things, Deborah.
Mhm.
You really can do all things. And I'm so excited for you.
Thank
And
you so much.
you're welcome. And let me present you your certificate. Let's see here if it come up. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the There's your certificate, Deborah, for completing the Medicare Masters program. All right. On today's date of December 18th.
Okay.
All right.
Jesus.
Deborah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And you have a fantastic day. Hang on, okay?
Okay.
All
Yes.
right
Thank
then.
you.
All right. Let me remove you here. All right, you all. So listen, our next candidate, and Deborah, she was powerful, y'all. Let's make sure we show Deborah some love in the comments, okay? So our next graduate we have is Miss Jessica R. Meta. She is out of Maryland as well. Okay, Deborah's out of DC, and Jessica, she's out of Maryland. And I'm gonna tell you all, Miss Jessica May, all right, she has blown me away. Okay, see, she doesn't know this because me and her never had this conversation. But I have like this rule that people are either insurance people or they're real estate people. Okay. Like, because they're usually like two different mindsets. And, I'm going to say this because, usually with real estate people, they're used to like, making a sale within years. Not this lady. Okay. Jessica is aggressive. Okay. And I'm aggressive. And so we really kind of gelled over that. She's a go getter. She's a self starter, definitely very detail oriented in all the best possible ways. See, she is sunshine and she is so very helpful. I don't know what I would have did in Maryland without her. Okay. Just sweet as a cup of honey. All right. So anyway, you all, go ahead, show some love to Miss Jessica May Armenta. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. You were up this morning. Oh my
I
gosh. Oh, I feel so special. I know, right? I feel so special. Listen, Jessica, you made it.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you feel?
Relieved.
Okay. Relieved.
Relieved.
Okay, let's talk about that. Why do you feel relieved? You didn't think you could do it at first?
Yeah, it was just a lot. All the certifications, the HIPAA, AHIP. It was a lot.
So
And
let
I,
me,
I wasn't like Deborah. I didn't have the time. I was like, boom, 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 get it all done, quick. I gotta
yes,
get it.
because you're balancing a family as well.
Yeah, and I think I talked to you the day before. Remember? And
Yes,
you're
you
like, we got to
did.
get all this done because I'm going to be there Tuesday.
Let me tell you something. She did. I'm going to tell you all again. Jessica is another queen. Okay, on the power of showing up. Okay, because let me tell you something. I call her a queen. Her and Deborah Queens because I've been studying recently, Jessica, about just stepping into your destiny. Right, how David became king, how Esther became queen. Because a lot of times, right, you know, we want something in life, right? We want something in life. We know we want a promise in life, but we're just like, okay, when's it going to happen, right? So I really started studying like prolific people in the Bible because I'm a believer, right? And when they stepped into their destiny and, when things happen for them, right? And studying King David, studying Esther, right? One of the big things is showing up. And Jessica, you really showed up and you pushed through. When I met Jessica, let's say on that Saturday, and we talked, right? No, it was that Friday, and Medicare Masters was starting that Sunday. Jessica was dealing with a person very close to her passing away, so she actually had to go to a funeral. Okay, in the middle of all of the funeral and all those things, Jessica got her certification, she got her contracting, she showed up. She did not let those things stop her. She could have let them stop her, and it would have been okay, right? Because there are things that just happen to us that it's okay to stop, right? But Jessica, she saw her future, right? She pressed on even through tragedy, And Jessica, I really celebrate you for that. I do. So let me ask you a question, Jessica.
Mhm.
I know we went ahead, we did the thing at Golden Corral, you all. Again, I was so scared putting them at the Golden Corral, okay? At the restaurant helping out these people because I did not know what was going to happen, how they were going to react. We had a ton of people coming there, a lot at them, but Jessica, you just handled it like a pro. You did. You just handled it like a pro. Tell me what was going through your head when you were there? Because you don't have insurance experience. So
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not, what if they ask me a question? I don't know the answer. But I actually enjoyed meeting all the people. I would prefer to meet the people than, to talk on the phone. So I thought it was great.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. I mean, nothing beats face to face.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When did you kind of have your first successful moment in this whole thing?
I think my first enrollment,
Yes.
face to face, Miss Lena. It's like, yes,
Yes.
I did it. I can do it. Like, she was grateful. You took our picture. I'm like, this is great. I can do this.
Good,
Yeah.
good, 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 good. Yes, I think so too. And you all by day two, I looked over there and she was like enrolling people on her own. Okay. She didn't need me. I was like, okay, and that's what it's about too. I was like, okay, she's really getting her confidence. And let me ask you a question, Jessica, because I think what you is very powerful because it's a lot of people out there, as you know, who are switching from real estate, right? And they're trying to find something to do, or maybe it was insurance or whatever. Tell me, give them some advice for somebody out there who may be looking for a career change, especially coming from real estate into insurance.
Well, I just wanted to stay in like the service industry. You're used to like helping people find a home. And I just thought that Medicare, people are confused. And if I can gain that knowledge and help someone, and help them understand, then I think it's a great transition. You're helping, just helping.
I love that. Yes, service. You
Service,
focus,
yeah. It's one service industry to the next.
yes, you focused on being of service. That is very
Yes.
powerful. All right, Jessica. So listen, let me present you with your certificate. Okay. And hold on. Here it is, Miss Jessica Armetta. Listen, congratulations
It's
to
pink.
you. Yes, it is pink. Company colors, agency colors. Listen, congratulations to you on becoming a Medicare master. Okay, like seriously, this is such a big deal. Let's see, I'm gonna stop that. And so next, you all, we're gonna have a special word for these young ladies from my dear friend, Mr. Troy Holt. All right, we'll see you in a second, Jessica. All righty. All right, so up next, you all, I have my business mentor, friend, okay, follow up king. He also has his own podcast as well that he's let me be a guest on. And let's say I cannot forget minister. I cannot forget soul winner, okay, Mr. Troy Holt. Hi, Troy. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Melissa. I am well. Still just a little still residual effects of the flu, but overall I'm great.
Okay.
Can't complain. Can you hear it in my voice?
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
The flu, that's so nasty.
Yeah, I know. Feeling much better, but still feeling the residual effects. But I'm glad to be here. I'm excited about the story. First of all, before I say something, and I won't be long, I got to give a shout out to Melissa. Melissa is doing some big things. She's my friend. She's my little sister. She's an author. She did have a podcast. Once upon a time, she's doing training. Podcast is a lot of work, but I got to give a shout out to her for all the things she's accomplished. As a young lady, as a young African American lady, doing big things, and she's doing. She's gonna be a media personality. When I talk to her, I said I got to find a name for you because you're becoming big time. So make sure I get your autograph.
Yes.
But on a serious note, I want to say to the ladies, Deborah and Jessica, your stories are inspiring because, most people get excited over people's success, but you learn more through the failures and through the tough times, through the valleys. And, people get inspired not when you're on that mountaintop, but when they say, well, how did you push through? How did you get through? And I think it's very powerful. We're coming up on the New Year's. you ladies, obstacles came your way and you didn't let them hinder you or prevent you. Deborah said this was her second time. And sometimes we can just pause. Sometimes people will go into a situation. We have to change course. We have to change direction. But you're not a loser unless you quit. Sometimes you just have to pause. You have to put it on pause, regroup, and then come again, and then restart your journey or whatever you're working on. But the key is don't quit. There's a difference between failure and defeat. Defeat is a spirit. And if you have a defeat spirit, you'll give up, you'll throw in the towel. But failure is just an event. And then you can overcome and you can learn, and the obstacles will come your way. And so as life comes, we all hit these roadblocks. We hit these obstacles. But I want to say that your stories are inspiring, how you stuck it out for 10 days in this boot camp. I'm a veteran, and I remember when I had to go to boot camp, the first day was very terrible. I didn't know what I got into, but I ended up sticking in there about 2 or 3 months, and then ended up completing and did a short stint in the military as a veteran. But I had to go through the boot camp. I had to overcome the obstacles, and it's an opportunity to share what you're doing. So Jessica said something about serving and helping people. Jessica, if you keep that same attitude to serve and to help, you'll always be blessing someone, and you'll always be getting clients, because your attitude is to be a blessing and a help. Melissa, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Look forward to seeing how this grows and this going on. But thank you for allowing me to share a few words.
You are so welcome, Troy. And Troy, we appreciate you so much, you all. Again, Troy, tell people how they can reach you, how they can support you, because I know you have a lot going on as well. He's very humble, you all.
Yeah,
but he's a Maxwell leader, all types of things.
Yeah, so you can reach me probably Facebook. I'm not Facebook. LinkedIn is where I'm heavily on. If you're on LinkedIn, you can connect with me, Troy Holt, on LinkedIn. I'm on all social media platforms. If you got any questions or need any help, feel free to reach out. My email is troy.talks troytalksmoney@gmail.com, and that's troy.talks.money@gmail.com. If you got any questions, you can reach out to me and email me. But feel free to connect. Love to build relationships and love to support.
Fantastic. Yes, he does, you all. I mean, like I said, he follows up. He's educational. He's educated me in so many different aspects and facets, and just a great conversationalist. Listen, you all, guess what? We have officially reached the end of our graduation here. And you all, I just want to present to you all cohort 2 of Medicare Masters, okay? 2023, Miss Deborah Shields and Miss Jessica Armetta.
Yes.
Yes. And as always, guys, listen. Thank you for watching. It's a great day to sell insurance. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Next week is Christmas, so we won't be having an episode next week. Monday is Christmas, but we will be back right after that. Okay, you all? So will that be 2024?
Yes. You know what? That's the new year. Isn't that New Year's?
Oh, or is that New Year? Hold on. Christmas is a Monday, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's the 25th. And so New Year's
That'll be New Year's Day.
That'll be New. Oh my gosh, you all! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We're gonna see each other in 2024. That's the next time we're gonna see each other. That is so big. We made it! Woo! Listen, I hope to see each of you all watching this in 2024. All right. Until then, au revoir, and remember to tell a friend, because it's a great day to sell insurance, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.